that. So I'm just starting the stream. Sorry for that interruption there.
No problem. I'm just quickly reading out. If you are on the Menti, the code again is 3382813. And then if you are on the Mentimeter slide, I want you to answer the question, how excited were you when you first started your current job? So not so very much, or you were a little bit excited, you guess, or you were over the moon to join the new job, your current job when you just first started. Okay, cool. I see we have 26 people in the Mentimeter chat. That's good. Just keep on putting those answers in there. You can just click on one of the three options and then we will get your result. I'm going to give it some 2 more minutes for those of you who are not on the Mentimeter yet. Just quickly repeating for those of you who can't still find it, you just go to www.menti.com and then it's going to ask you for a code. And if you miss me reading out the code is on the screen Chantal is sharing. It is 3382813. Okay, so what I'm seeing is most of you guys were over the moon excited about the job when you just started out. Okay, so if we go on to the next slide, the next question is, so how excited are you about your job now? So either you hate it, it's a thumbs down for you, you don't really know, you're not too sure, it gets you a little bit excited sometimes, or it is what gets you out of the bed in the morning. You jump out of bed with just the idea of going to work.
I just want to quickly say we can't see who's saying what. So totally anonymous. We don't know who's saying what.
Okay, so most of you guys are pretty excited about your jobs. That's amazing to see. Let's give it some 2 more minutes. We have 44 votes in. 20 people are extremely excited to go to work in the morning. 19, it gets you excited sometimes. And then 6 people, they don't really know how they feel about their jobs right now. Doesn't really get that much excitement. Okay, and then when we go to the last set of questions for this session, the last question is, rate the following aspects of your job. Rate the culture, the technology, the leadership, the growth, teamwork, environment, and then progression path. In terms of 0 being terrible, and then 10 being fantastic. So the things that stand out the most is the culture, the environment, the technology, and the leadership. That's quite interesting to see. Something that is a bit lacking is growth, teamwork, and the progression path. Very interesting to see. Let's see those numbers change. The environment and leadership is neck and neck. 7.7 for both of them, being fantastic, the environment and the leadership. Growth and progression path needs a little bit of attention, but it's not terrible at least. Let's give it a few more minutes. Okay, so in first place, environment still in first place. Then we have leadership, technology, teamwork, culture, growth, and progression path. Okay, interesting. 55 votes in. So with that, Chantal, I'm handing back to you. Thank you guys for participating in these questions. I do believe, Chantal, we will post the results at the end of the session, so you guys can have a look at that after the session as well.
Absolutely. All right, and while I get my presentation just quickly queued up here, I want to say welcome to the new people who have joined us. I'm so glad you are here with us today. I'm seeing Liz Deering. Liz, I'm so happy to see you. I'm so glad you could join us. I'm seeing a lot of familiar faces, and then I'm seeing new people. So fantastic. We've just reached 80 people. And I'm going to just queue up this presentation. And first, I want to share with you just the context. So today, we're going to look at journey mapping. You're going to be doing some practical exercises. We're going to show you brand new things that nobody else has seen. I have launched my book on Amazon for pre-order. It's available. It's available now to order, but it becomes officially available on Thursday. And some of the things I'm going to show you today, most people will only see when the book comes out. I've also recorded a few companion videos, and Marilei will put the link to the book in the chat. Where we're going to step through these methods on those companion videos. So I'm excited. I want to ask you that we make this an experimental space where we can try things and where you are going to see some of these exercises for the first time. So let me first give you a bit of context before we delve in and we start. And I want to give you the context just of how we see the world of experience. So let me see whether I can get my presentation shared. And if I could just get up, thank you, Marilee, fantastic. All right. So I love drawing pictures. Usually I wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning and I have a brilliant idea. And unfortunately, I have to then get up and either write it down or draw it because I'm in menopause and I completely forget. So I have like lots of great ideas that just completely pass out of my mind if I don't remember it. And this is a diagram, a sketch that I came up with probably a month or 2 months ago. And we've been testing this with people so that we can explain to them on one page, if you want to start shifting your experience for employees and for customers and for all of the role players in your environment, these are the areas that you need to look at and see the different things I'm going to show you now. And I know it's very small on the screen. I see some people squinting. We will also send you a copy of this. But see this as almost Lego blocks that you can put together. And in order for your company to become great at employee and customer experience, you need to pay attention to all of these. All right, so I'm going to delve in and just show you what I've done here. So if we start, and I call this the experience-oriented enterprise blueprint. So this becomes a blueprint that can really be powerful in terms of you planning for 2021. We know that 2020 is nearing an end quickly, and for some people, it's good that it's a new year next year, and for some people, this year has been really, really tough. So this is great for helping you plan your strategy, helping you plan actions. And I want to start with the world of the customer. Now, the customer, usually when we look at the customer, we look at the customer through the eyes of our product or our profit targets. And really, we need to start looking at the customer from a very different perspective and look at their lives. And you'll see this wheel of life that I've got around this customer. The customer is also not necessarily always in isolation when they make decisions. So we need to look at what's the community, what's the unit that they're a part of, and what are their goals, their needs, their fears, and their stories. And the same for the employee. The employee also, if we start looking at them through a human lens, which you'll get an opportunity to do a little bit later, then we see different things and we can solve different problems for them. So if we then look at the company, so every company's got a brand, purpose, vision, strategy, they've got goals, they've got risks, and every brand at the moment is challenged in a very different way. And really what we're saying here is brands now have an opportunity. I'm back, Marley, thank you. I had a quick dip there in the network and your hands just quickly enabled me to be back. I'm sorry about that. All right, so let me get back into the presentation. Can someone please remind me where I was? There we go. Excellent. So I was talking about the brand, I think, when you lost me. So I think now is an ideal opportunity, especially planning for next year, is to really understand what your brand's essence is. And we want to take this essence like a secret sauce or, you know, our favorite perfume, and we want to put it into the interactions. And when we go into our experiential exercises later, I'm going to invite you to put some more emotiveness into your journeys. All right. So on the customer side, we've got a customer value proposition, and that's product features, price, you know, all of the things around my product. And then I've got my employee value proposition. So for the employee, which is really the focus of our discussion today, we want to make sure that, especially now, when we're working, some people are working remotely, that we really think about the customer value proposition and what that means, employee value proposition, and what that means to be part of a team and to be part of a company. So there's also other important role players, shareholders, suppliers, and it's rare that companies really think about their supplier journey. That's just as important. Now, if we look at a team, and my imagery is coming out quite badly here, but we've got a leader there and we've got a team. And for teams, I think it's also an opportunity now to start looking at what's the new team experience, what's the leadership experience. All right, and now we get to the part that you really came for today, and that is looking at the journey. So here we've got a customer journey, and we're going to talk about the employee journey shortly. But in terms of customer journeys, there's a whole kind of science around journeys. And what the key thing of an experience is, we want to evoke specific emotions in these journeys. And I'd say customer experience is not about how you feel about a brand. It's how you feel about yourself in an interaction with the brand. And what's great for people that want to design fantastic journeys is that they can decide how they want someone to feel about themselves and then design the journey around that. So here I've said the customer, I want them to feel self-assured and valued. And therefore, I'm going to design my journey to do exactly that. And people will compare your brand with not only products in your category, but if I have a very easy time buying a new app on my iPhone, I want other purchase decisions and other purchase interactions to be as easy as that. And when a customer leaves this journey, we want them to leave as an advocate. The same for employee journeys. In this instance, I've said I want my employee to feel self-assured and proud. And when they leave, I want them to leave better, smarter, and more self-assured than when they joined my company. And we're going to work on this employee journey side. Then below this line, and I'll zoom out on the picture again, below the line, we have the company design, the business architecture, and often culture, structure, contracts, systems, identity, processes, the environment. That is such a part of what the employee would experience and what the customer experiences. And often companies want to put a very superficial layer of journey on top of that. And we really need to start and delve deeper and start reimagining our businesses. So very quickly, the journey and how we usually work with brands to really improve their experience, to help them redesign their experiences, is first of all, look at who needs to be on this journey with you. So who are you going to enroll? Who's going to be players and spectators? Then discover your existing experience, the experience of your competitors, and then distill your brand down to your essence. So who are you and why are you? And can you then take that essence that you've distilled and reimagine how you're going to win the hearts and the minds of your customers and your employees? And then number 5 there is make it happen. So that is a super whirlwind tour. And I just want to quickly go back to my overall picture, and I'll send this to you, of my experience-oriented enterprise blueprint. And very practically, what I would like you to do is, when you get this picture, go and evaluate which are the pieces that of your business and the areas in your business, even if you're an entrepreneur, even if you're a consultant, go and evaluate your own business against this and pick a few things that you're going to work on as we get to the end of this year and in 2021 to start plotting some actions. All right, fantastic. Now I'm going to give you an opportunity to go into breakaway rooms and have a short discussion about what I've just shown you. You know, what stood out for you, what was some of your insights. And when you get into your breakout room, I'm going to let Zoom set this up automatically. So you're going to arrive in the room with some angels that you might know or you might not know them. We've got quite a large contingent, I think, from both Botswana and Kenya. So this is also an opportunity for you to network and meet different people, but you might just land in a room with someone you know. So just know that the universe has decided today who you're going to meet and who you're going to be in the room with. So when you arrive in your room, you are going to introduce yourselves, take turns, introduce yourself by saying your name, tell your room members where you are from, and then share an insight just on this experience-oriented enterprise that I showed you. You know, what stood out for you? What are the things that kind of got you excited that you might want to work on? And let me quickly, so Marley, thank you very much. Marley's quickly calculated how many rooms. And then we are going to have this breakout discussion. You're going to land 3 people in a room. So let's make it 6 minutes. It's going to be super quick. And if you haven't been in a Zoom breakout room yet, just everything will happen automatically. You'll be taken to the room. And when I call you back, you will have 30 seconds to before Zoom pulls you back automatically. And by the time you come back, I know you're going to tell me that it's just way too short. I already know that. But we want to get through a lot of content this afternoon, and you will get more opportunity to chat to people in the room. So let me quickly see. 27, let me see how we do this. 27. Excellent. All right, so you are going to break away 6 minutes, and I'm going to start your rooms now.
Hi, how you doing? Very good. Right, Karen. Um, wow, awesome. I'll check sort of temperature wise if it's hot in here today. Karen, you can just unmute yourself. Mhm. Yeah, it's getting summer. On my Johnson pattern. Top team. really privileged to have you to work with today, and really hope you're going to enjoy it.
Marilei, did you not go into a breakout room?
I'm trying to. It says I'm in breakout room 11, but it says not joined. So I don't know how to move myself.
All right, we still have a few people here who have not joined a breakout room. So maybe we can just ask the people that are here just to unmute themselves and let's just quickly have a discussion. Hi, Rose. Are you able to hear us? Oh, there we go. Rose is. Hey, Daneo. It's so nice to see you.
Hi, Chantal. I think I got
We-
disconnected.
No, that's all right. That's all right. We'll just have a chat here while we wait for the other people to come back. I see a few people coming in. Hi, Karen.
Hello.
Hi, sorry, my room was empty, so I came
Oh, I'm
back.
sorry about that. I'm sorry about that. If people take long or they break out, then
Yeah, no,
then
it's
they come
fine.
back here. I see there's only one person in. Oh, I think it's Yeri that was supposed to go to that room. All right. So, Karen, tell us where you're from and what were some of your insights?
So I'm from Durban, KZN. I'm from a company called Vector Logistics. And I think the part that I'm most interested in is the employee engagement and how to take them along on a journey. So I think that's really some of the insight that I want to get from this session today, because it's an area that I need to work on with my team.
Stunning, stunning. So you're going to get some practical takeaways. Daneo, and you? Let's hear from Daneo.
Hi, Karen. Hi, Chantal.
Hi, Janine.
My name is Dineo Rowland. I work for a company called BofiNet, Botswana Fiber Networks. It's based in Botswana, Gaborone. I think I'm interested in getting more on the culture aspect, and then how that is going to help me to improve our organizational culture here at Bofinet.
Stunning, Daneo. Thank you for sharing. All right, the rest of the group will be coming back in about 1.5 minutes. So for the people that are here with us, if you could please, if you're able to switch on your camera, please switch on your camera. Otherwise, we just see black blocks and we don't really know how to engage with you. Camillo, I'm so happy to see you here. Look at that, fantastic, fantastic. All right, excellent, colleagues. It's so nice to see you here. You have names and some of you don't have names. If you're able just to name yourself, there we go. Oh, Camillo, I'm so happy to meet you properly now. Welcome, welcome. Tell us what's happening in Mozambique.
No, everything is fine on side and many things. So,
All right, where are you?
I've been working from home since February, I guess. And I think that the main challenge is how to manage remote teams from home. In case of a small team like 3 people, it's quite easy, but my team is around in the beginning of COVID, it was 27, now it's 25.
Oh,
So
wow.
every day you have a new challenge and some kind of a new excuse per day. It's or the internet or the power, but you never know.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Excellent. So we're going to be talking a little bit more about that. I'm going to close the breakout room, so you're going to see all of the other people coming back now.
Okay, appreciate it.
All righty, so you'll see them coming back. Thank you for sticking here with us. Excellent.
Yeah. Nice. Nice meeting you.
Welcome back. Welcome back. You'll see all of the people joining back. Happy to have you back. Thank you for the folks that dropped. I know when you've got poor networks, you know, sometimes you get lost in the transferring to the rooms. Oh, look at all of you. Amazing. Johan, if you can take a few pictures. I'm seeing amazing, amazing. Just seeing everyone in front of me. I've got a really big screen here, so I can actually see all of you on only 2 screens. So that's really cool. And when we have the competition later, in order for you to be part of the competition, you've got to switch on your camera. So eventually we'll have lots and lots of people on the screen. All right, so I hope you enjoyed the discussion. I hope you met some interesting people. And I apologize for the people that were only one in a room. Thank you for coming back to the big room and coming to chat to us. It's horrible being in a Zoom room. I was in a facilitation masterclass a week ago, and they let us do some journaling. And what they did is they created breakout rooms for each of us so that we would be in our breakout rooms doing journaling for 10 minutes. And it felt really strange. So thank you for the people who came back, who ended up being stuck in the breakout room by themselves. All right, so we are now going to move on to an activity that we prepared for you. And we're going to delve into persona and empathy mapping. And I'm going to ask Marilee just to talk us through empathy mapping. Now, this is a technique that you can literally use for anything. You can do it for your children, you can do it for your boss, you can do it for your colleagues. I just had a brief chat to Camilla, and Camilla, you can do this for each of the people that report to you to really understand what's happening in their lives. So I'm going to ask Marilee to talk us through the power of this and why we do this, and then we are going to lead you in an activity.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Chantal. I'm quickly going to share my screen. Can you just give me an indication if you can see my screen and if you can hear me, please? There you go.
Yes, I can see your screen and I can hear you.
Amazing. Thank you so much. All right. So we had a quick discussion in our group, and the thing about personas are that sometimes we get caught up when we do our journeys in the processes and the procedures, and we forget who we are actually designing for, right? So it's really the way why we're doing persona is really to create an archetype or a character for a specific group of people, so that we can really try and understand them a bit better. So, you know what, and the reason we do it is that a company really struggles, as I said, to connect on a human level. So this gives people the opportunity to really design with human experiences in mind, and make customers become real people, not just numbers or case numbers or whatever you want to call them. So it's really a way to help us understand the experiences and the needs and behaviors of the people that we're designing for. It helps us to get into the shoes of our customers and don't get stuck in our own thinking and our own agendas. And it really helps us to identify with our customers. And the main thing is that even though personas may be fictional, the motivations and the reactions they exhibit are real. It's really real. Okay, so what it is not, I don't know about you, but if there's some marketers in the room, we always used to do this market segmentation, you know, so it is people, target marketer, women between the ages of 35 and 49, you know, with disposable income, this and living in this area, but it really does not connect on an emotive and emotional level. So it's not that, right? It is also not assumption free. We do make some assumptions about people, but we can then test some of those assumptions. And remember that we're not doing personas to create a one size fits all mindset. It is just to help people connect. And the way we do this is through empathy mapping. And you're going to get an opportunity to try this out for yourselves now. Okay. So empathy is really a connection with the emotion that somebody is experiencing, not the event or the circumstance. So it's all about the emotions, right? It is a way for us to really understand our customers a bit better and to aid us in our decision making. So that we design to create solutions for the real problems, not the perceived problems of our customers. It really brings the person to life. It helps us to imagine the issues that they're dealing with. And it helps us to connect with their fears, their challenges, their needs, and really solving the right problems. So let's really step into the shoes of our customers. I'm going to hand back to Chantal.
Excellent, Marilee. So what we're going to be doing now is you are going to be doing some empathy mapping for an employee. And we've created 4 personas for you. And how we're going to do this, you know, obviously running a workshop with 82 people, we had to really think through what would be practical. And we've created 4 collaboration boards. So you're going to have a collaboration board per persona. But in order to divvy you up into 4 groups, we've asked Zoom to assign you to a breakout room. We've called the breakout room, we've called it the name of your persona that you're going to be working on. And in your breakout room, you will have a facilitator who's going to tell you a bit more about that persona. And in your breakout room, we're going to ask you to rename yourself on Zoom so that it reflects the persona that you're going to be working on. All right. So now I'm going to take you to 4 breakout rooms. And in that breakout room, you will find your brand love facilitator. We're only going to do a breakout for 5 minutes because they're going to quickly tell you about your persona. And then when you come back, you will go and we will all in this big group work on a collaboration board of which we will give you the link in your breakout room. All right. So I've set everything up so that you automatically get taken to the breakout room. So you can just put hands off and you will meet your facilitator in the 4 breakout rooms, and you'll know as soon as you're assigned, you will know who your persona is. All right, and I'm opening the rooms and I'll see you back here in 5 minutes. If my group could just hang on, I'm just gonna set this up and then I'll join you. Johan, ek het nie vir almal gesê wat die ek het nie gesê wat die personas is op die borde nie. Okay. Ja, jy gaan nou gaan. Ja, Sarah? Ja.
All right, hello everybody. Good evening. 5 minutes, I like to see you. And well, I'm just going to give
Excellent. Welcome back, everyone. All righty. So let me quickly give you just the instructions again. You've now all got your persona. I can see there's a lot of names that have been renamed here. So if you currently do not have a persona, I know a few people joined late and I just put them into the breakaway room. Where we are right now, we've got, as a group, we're working on 4 personas. We've got an executive, we've got a complaints manager, we've got a call center agent, and we have got a security guard. And we are now going to do empathy mapping for them. So let me put, fantastic, thank you, Marilei. Marilei has just put the links to those empathy maps in the chat for you. So if you know which is your persona, click on that link. Just reload if you can. All right, and I'm going to give you just a quick demo of what you're going to be doing. So everyone should be seeing in front of them the picture of their persona. On the left-hand side, you're going to see fears. On the right-hand side, you're going to see needs. And what I will quickly do is let me just share my screen with you because that's going to make it a lot easier. So if you look at, let me just quickly do this. So if you look at where I'm moving my mouse, you can see on the left-hand side, fears, on the right-hand side, needs in the green panel, and then you've got emotions. So here I'm looking at the folks that have the client service agent. And what you're going to be doing is you're going to click on the plus and just start typing, what do you think is keeping her awake at night? And for each of you, you would now, each group would have a separate link. You're going to be working on that persona for the next few minutes. All right. So I'm going to give you like 5 or so minutes. I'm going to play you some music and you're going to be typing fears, emotions, and needs. So really put yourselves in the shoes of this person. Think about what they're feeling right now. Think about what's their challenges, what's keeping them awake at night. And really, what do they need right now? What are some of their hopes and their dreams? And what do they want from life? All right, everyone clear? Excellent. So I'm going to be playing you a little bit of music. For 5 minutes, we are going to be just focusing on this persona. And I'm going to find you something nice to listen to.
Chantal,
Yes.
I'm still unable to join in the executive group.
Let me quickly just check. I just want to quickly make sure that we didn't, yeah, we've only got, let me just put that in the chat for you again.
Chantal, maybe we can just also let them know that we should be joining via your email. Someone's asking me, someone's saying it's asking for your email address. So just to clear up.
Thank you, Marilei. I neglected to say that. So it's going to ask you for your email address when you join, just so it can recognize you.
I've done that. It's still not recognizing me. I put my email address.
Chantal, I got kicked out of the empathy.
Susie, could you try and just reload?
Okay.
Now a few people got kicked off when we were going into the breakaway room, so they're not entirely sure which group they should be joining now.
Just pick anyone. Pick anyone. Go wild. because you were kicked out, you can pick anyone. So just click on one of those links. All right, so I'm seeing a lot of information coming through here, and I will share with you shortly what this is looking like. Thank you for your patience. If you're getting kicked off, thank you for just remaining patient. This is by far the biggest group of people that we've had on the boards. So thanks for being part of this experiment. All righty. And if you really can't get on the board, again, we want to think about what's their pains, what's keeping them awake at night, and what are some of their needs. All right, so Rachel's saying, keep trying. She got errors the first time and then she got in. Thank you, Rachel, for keeping on trying. Excellent. So you should be able to scroll and see what all of the people are saying that's on the board with you. And we're going to be going through these personas shortly. So what I would like for you to do next is I'm giving each of you 9 votes. And I want you to scroll through the aspects on the board and vote for the things that you really resonate with. So 3 votes for what you think the 3 biggest fears are, 3 votes for the biggest emotions, and 3 votes for the biggest needs. All right. So I am on your boards now, and I'm going to move you all to the voting. All right. So I'm going to move you to the voting, and you will see that I've now brought you to the voting. I'm just going through each of the boards and bringing you to the voting. And what you will do is next to the item, you will see a plus and a circle, and that's how you're going to vote. All right, so I'm just bringing everyone to the voting, and you should now scroll through some of the information there and see what resonates with you and just cast your votes there. So when we look at this information, once you've voted, we're going to see a lot less information, and we're going to see the most important thoughts of this amazing group of 86 people. And I see a few people have just joined. So if you've just joined, hang in there. I'm going to be sharing my screen with you shortly. And then you'll see what we've been up to. All right, I see a lot of people have voted. Let me quickly see on the different boards. A lot of people are still casting their votes.
Is it 9 votes for every category or 9 across all 3 categories?
3 for every category. Thank you for asking. So you've got 9 votes overall. All right, stunning. You are doing so well. I can see people casting their votes. Well done, everyone. All righty, so I'm going to give it a minute or so. Just cast your votes. Oh, we've got a couple of people that are so quick on the button there. Inga Marie, Juliet, Lorraine, you've finished voting. All right, the others, I'm going to give you just a little bit more time. We'd like to get as much voices as possible. All right, wonderful. So for the people that still have votes outstanding, I'm going to chase you a little bit. And who would like to see what's just emerged here? Because what we've done now, folks, we've done like what usually is a half day to a full day workshop. We've just crammed it into an hour, and we've just been busy for just over an hour. So this is like empathy mapping on steroids, never been done this fast before. And what you will get after the workshops is I'll email you the full documentation of the 4 personas so that you can see what all of the groups have been up to. All right, so you want to see what everyone's done? Excellent. Okay, I'm gonna move to the results screen, and I'm just gonna filter on the top 5 voted ideas for every persona. So I will shortly share my screen with you, and for you guys that are still voting, you will now no longer be able to vote. So I'm just going to quickly do those settings, and then I will put it on my screen so that you can see what's emerged. All right, so I'm going to just share my screen with you, and we will start with the first persona. So if you now stop looking at your browser and just look at the Zoom screen again, Marley, just get an idea. Everybody can see the Zoom screen. Fantastic. All right. So we're going to start with our security guard, and you can see Bobby here. He's a security guard for a bank. He's been with the bank for 8 years with this particular branch. And just before we go through the highlighted information, this is what you would have had before. So we've got our fears and our needs and our emotions. And now I'm going to filter it on the top 10 voted ideas. So if we look at what keeps Bobby awake at night, it's losing his job. If he's late to work, he lives quite far from work, being attacked while he's on the job, managing time, getting late to work, retrenchment, safety, and financial security. He's happy to be a father, but he's a little bit frustrated. He is proud of his work. He's got fear. He's got no ability to improve his circumstances. He's excited because he's a new dad, and there's a lot of anxiety for him. And then his needs is he wants a roof over his family's head, financial security. He wants a healthy baby, and he probably needs a bit of a raise in terms of his salary. All right, so well done on the group that worked on this. We're going to move to the client service agent, Pam. She's also working in a bank, and I'm going to show you just the amount of information that you co-created as a group. And then I'm going to filter on the top 10 voted ideas, and let's learn a bit more about Pam. So Pam's mom is getting older, and she can't keep up with helping the kids. She's got some bad behavior from her boss. She wants to know how to find better opportunities, and that keeps her awake at night, as well as financial security. She's anxious, frustrated, exhausted, and stressed. And then her needs, she wants equal development opportunities in the workplace, and she wants a boss that supports her. All right, well done for the group that worked on Pam. And now let's go to our complaints manager, and his name is Aaron. And this is what the group that worked on him, this is what they generated. And I'm just going to look at the top voted ideas. So he's got some fears around dreams that he didn't achieve, serving the customer to the best of his ability. He reports to the board of directors, and the reporting that he has to provide to them stresses him. He's fearful of losing the personal touch when working remotely, and he's got pressure at work. He feels quite anxious, pressurized, overwhelmed. You can see anxiety and pressure came up twice there. And then his needs is he needs direction from a leader, to guide him and to give him some vision. All right, and then if we look at our executive, Vicky, she's the chief marketing officer of a bank, and her fears are that her KPIs are not being met. She's working under very tight budgets. She's got stretched and very unrealistic targets. There's a marketing launch, a release, and she's scared that it's going to leak before the launch date. She's looking at market trends. She's fearful that she's not good enough. She's not perceived as being good enough. And then she's got some quite pressurized targets. She feels anxious. She feels optimistic. She does feel stressed, but that optimism is lifting her out there with 6 votes. And then her need is around career growth opportunities and to get buy-in and support from the rest of the C-suite and budget approval. All right, well done. That was the quickest empathy mapping that I've witnessed so far. So well done for all your collective thoughts. So now we're going to move on to journeys, and we've been busy for an hour and 10 minutes. So I think we need a bit of just a lifter upper. You ready for a little bit of a lifter upper? All right, so we're going to do some rain. All right, and Brand Love team, I think if, oh, thank you, Jan. Jan's just told me to quickly stop my screen. All right. So Brand Love team, Madly, will you do rain with me? I'm going to just spotlight me and you. And Marilai, will you do rain with me as well? All right. So I'm spotlighting us just so you can see how we do rain. All right. So we're going to do some rain, and we're going to start with little drops of rain just on your arms, just little drops of rain. All right. Do little drops of rain. Tip, 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 tip. Then we're going to do big drops, big drops. We're going to do some rain on the face, some rain on your head, some rain on your head, some rain on your chest, some rain on your stomach. We're going to do some rain on the legs, some rain on the legs. Oh, it's louder, it's louder. It's raining really loudly. Okay, we're going to do some thunder. Ba-boom, ba-boom. And we're going to do some rain, some more rain, some more rain. Oh, we all wait by now. We're going to do some thunder, some more thunder. Ba-boom, ba-boom, ba-boom. Okay, some more rain. Excellent, some more rain. Okay, now we're going to do wind. Do some wind. Nice wind. Okay, the wind gets stronger. Okay, lighter wind, lighter wind. Okay, last few raindrops, just on your cheeks, on your nose, on your forehead. Excellent. Very good. Very good. Yay! Even Charlie loves the rain. Thank you, Marilee. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Amazing. All right. Let me remove your spotlights. And now, for the folks that might have come late, for this next exercise, you are going to need a piece of paper. All right. We're going to do the quickest journey mapping that's ever been done in history. All right, so you need an A4 piece of paper. You need to be able to fold and tear it. So if you're working in a notebook, go to the center of it and take the page out there so that you don't ruin your notebook. All right, so this is called journey mapping origami. It's never been done before online. It's never been done by Brand Love in person. So you are the absolute pioneers of this journey design origami. All right, so everybody got their piece of paper. This is going to go quick. So stay with the program, stay with the program. All right, so we're going to fold the piece of paper in half. All right, and I want you, when you fold it, I want you to make nice, strong fold marks. All right, I want you to really take your nails and fold it strongly. All right, so your paper's in half. You're going to fold it in half again. All right, nice strong fold marks. All right, so you've now reduced it half and half again. We are going to fold it half again. All right, nice strong fold marks. And then you're going to fold it half again. All right, so now we've got it reduced to this. Everybody with me? Excellent. Now we're going to unfold it. once. I sound a bit like a magician. Unfold it once, unfold it another time. All right, you've got your nice strong fold marks. All right, now one corner at the bottom, one corner is open and one corner is closed. All right, so I want you to take the closed corner and you're going to tear the closed corner out, and you want to tear on your fold marks. So you want to tear on your fold marks. All right, so I've got the corner is out. Now, if you unfold it, you will have a journey template. Fantastic, Marilei, you're a rock star. All right. So this illustrates the circular motion that happens in a journey. And each of these pages, each of these little blocks here, and I'm going to quickly mark mine with a pen, just so it's clearer on the camera. Each of these blocks are now going to become a moment in your journey. All right, so our journey is going to start at the top and it's going to end just underneath the start. All right, so I'm going to just let my camera focus. All right, so you see what I've done? It looks a little bit like a very historic Excel sheet. All right, so our journey is going to start here in this block, and then block by block, you are now going to start doing the moments for your persona. And what we're going to do is you will do a day in the life of a security guard, a day in the life of an executive, Vicky, a day in the life of your persona. And I want you to think about, from the moment they get up, what are the distinct moments that happens in their day? What do they do? And see this as, there's a beautiful exercise called how to make toast. And think about this as the steps, but from an emotional perspective. So if I make toast, I'm first going to take the bread out. And then I'm going to put the bread in the toaster. And then I'm going to switch the toaster on and make sure that it is on the right setting. And then I'm going to wait. And then when the toaster pops out, I'm going to decide what will I put on my toast. All right, so you want to write the distinct steps and the moments in this journey. So think of the moments as slices of time. And if you struggle, think about it each hour of the day. What's happening now? What's happening now with your persona? All right, so you can just draw with stick figures, or you can just write down what happens in each of these moments. So the start of the day, when they open their eyes and they wake up, until they go and sleep at the end of the day. All right, so Johan just quickly reminded me that do a great job on your journeys, because you will actually use this to enter to be considered for the 5-day Journey Architect program that's running in November. So you will send this to us, you will post this so that you can get into the draw for that prize. Alrighty, so let me quickly have a look at the time, and I'm going to give you I'm going to give you 10 minutes to work on this employee journey, this day in the life, and I will check back with you. I'm going to put some music on and really take this space to be creative and to think about, you know, what happens in this person's life. And as you think through this and you come up with ideas, what would be the ideal journey, please jot down those ideas, because the way our creativity works is, you know, sometimes we look at something and we just come up with ideas. All right, if you've got a question, you can pop it into the chat. Otherwise, enjoy plotting those journeys. All right. And start wrapping up your journey. And I see a number of people are already finished. So the piece of paper that you tore out of your, I'm just going to quickly see whether I can show you this. Johan, if you could quickly help me with my camera. So the piece of paper that you tore out of the middle of your journey, I'd like you to create a template for that piece of paper, all right? And you're going to have 4 blocks on there. And what you're going to write in those blocks are, what's the goal of your persona? What's the emotion you want them to feel? And how can you lift a moment to a moment of magic where you exceed their expectations? And how can you lift to a moment, how can you avoid a moment of misery? And I'm going to just pin myself so that if you are on, I'm just going to let you see. So you're going to write in those 4 blocks, goal, emotions, magic, and misery. So magic is where you exceed expectations. Misery is where you fail expectations. All right. Now, you can create many of these templates, but what I want you to do is go through your journey. And now we're going to pick one moment. And we're going to call that moment the moment of truth. And we're going to look for the moment in that journey that you believe has the highest emotional peak. All right. And then you are going to write down one thing for that moment that has the highest emotional peak. And in that moment, you are going to complete this for that particular moment, saying, what is this person trying to do there? What's their goal? How do I want them to feel? What is one thing that could make it magical for them? And what's one thing that could make this moment a complete failure for them? And I'm going to give you 2 minutes. So for the, Rachel, this is for the persona that you're working on. So if you're working for the, if you're working on, let's say, the customer service agent, and you look at their day and you go, well, she has, lunch is her highest emotional moment. As an example, we're going to say, well, what is her goal in during her lunchtime? She wants to eat something that's wholesome and healthy. The emotion she wants to feel, that you want her to feel, is nourished and relaxed, that she's taken a break and she's had healthy food. A moment of magic could be that, you know, lunch is ready and she gets her order, and maybe with her lunch she gets a magazine to read or something that's really relaxing to read. A moment of misery is that, you know, the food that she wants is not available. It's late. She has to go far to get the food. All right. Does that give you a good idea just in terms of an example? All right. So I'm going to let you do this super fast. 2 minutes. 2 minutes. And then we're going to be sharing some of these journeys. All right. And start wrapping up. And I've had a few people say in the private chat to me, please don't pick me because I haven't finished. So the idea is not for you to have completely finished this, but I wanted to give you an experience just of how you unpack a journey step by step by step. Think about the moments in that journey and prioritize them to say, well, which are my moments of truth? The moments where there's high emotion, and where, you know, I'm going to make a decision. Very often when we look at the employee journey, people go on holiday, and sometimes they come back from holiday, and their first day back, they look at their inbox and they go, I can't do this shit anymore, and they decide to leave the company. Now, if we map that employee journey, we would never think that the first day back from holiday, a person should be refreshed. They should be, you know, like a house on fire. They should be excited to get back to their work. And that's often, you know, when we map these journeys, we map them, you know, from the perspective of not someone that's got pains and challenges. And that's why the empathy mapping is just so essential. All right. So wherever you are right now with your journeys, I want to say well done and thank you for playing along. And, you know, I hope that especially now in the online world, we get very smart about how we want to do things. And we've used Miro and Mural, and if there's a collaboration board, we've probably used it, but very often just working with a piece of paper. So I want you to quickly just take your hand, and I just want to make sure I don't do this on my microphone. Just take your hand and just pat yourself on the shoulder for what you've created. Whatever judgment you're sitting with that it's not good enough or it's not a real journey map, just pat yourself on the back. All right, that's what this session is for, so that you can also feel good about yourself. All right, so now, and I've also seen a few people in Botswana, they tell me it's really raining. It's not just play exercise about rain. So it's really raining there and their internet's dipping a bit. So Nadia, maybe we can hook you up with those guys and you can give them some of your bandwidth there. So we've got Botswana Fiber Networks, we've got Vumatel, we've got a couple of people here that are in very interesting roles. All right, so now, I would like for you just to take a piece of this experience and maybe like a little aha moment that you had while you were doing this origami that you've never done before. Maybe the Bofinet guys have done it before, but we've never done it exactly like this. So I'm going to put you in a breakaway room. You're going to land with some angels. If you haven't been with them before, just say your name. Just tell them who you are. And maybe just do a round of just sharing what this exercise has been like for you, whether you had any aha moments, whether there was any learnings for you, and just connect and share. All right, so this is going to be super quick. I am going to set it up so that, let's just watch our time. We are going to have 3 people per room. Some of you will be 4 people. Let's just see. Maybe we can prevent it from doing 3 people per room. Some of you are going to be 2. Yes. So about 2 minutes per person. Don't hog the airtime. Be nice and be a nice little team player and make sure that everybody gets about 2 minutes. All right. Share your name and your aha moment. And I am going to have it open for 6 minutes, and then I'm going to see you back. Oh, no, let's make it 7 minutes, just because it takes time to get into your room. And then I will see you back here, and we will start closing up. All right. And here you go.
Awesome. Interested to hear. I'm from Bangladesh. You play along, but I'm really interested to you know, if you have something I will get into the exercise. It's really speed mapping. Rhonda, you want to jump in?
So we've got a few people stuck here. I'm intrigued. I see Michelle Naidu, but this is not the Michelle Naidu I know. This is a really handsome guy.
Something in your journey that you didn't.
Is it Vishal?
It is Vishal. How are you, Chantal?
I'm so good, Vishal. Listen, what's up? Did you try and call me earlier today?
I did actually.
You did?
I
am so sorry I missed your call. And I saw Michelle, and I've been running around to prepare for this workshop. And I thought, okay, I'll make contact with you. How are you?
I'm good. We're doing well. It's just completely different to when you saw us last year. So
yeah. Sure, I don't envy you. It must be quite hard being in a hospital environment right now.
So I do feel that for the people who are actually working at the hospital, and I've mentioned to Michelle before, I know we count ourselves part and parcel as healthcare workers, but
Yeah.
I pull myself out of that equation because I'm not physically in the hospital. So I do
Yeah.
feel for him. So
Yeah.
from our side, because we get to work from home all the time,
Yeah.
I just constantly wake up with what are the pros every day. So today I'm grateful that I don't have to go in. There's no
Yeah.
exposure. I can work at home. I don't have to travel. So there's all these other things that are happening in the background that we've tried to keep stuff that we can control always on top of our head.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Well, it's wonderful having this time with you, Madly.
Thank you.
Michelle came on Michelle's account. I don't know, Michelle, have you met Madly before? You haven't met Madly.
I've met Marilee and Marilee.
Oh, amazing, amazing.
Yeah.
I couldn't remember exactly who was with me. So it's lovely
So
to
Marilee
see you.
first. No, Marilee first and then Marilee.
Oh, amazing, amazing.
Yeah. So we're just stuck in this room.
Yeah, I don't know why it didn't allocate you. I'm actually not able to allocate you to a room. So tell me a little bit about, how was this exercise for you? We can just share here in our room. I don't know if the others can hear us. And Jerry and Smart to Be, I'm not sure who's Smart. Cool name to have.
Yeah, I wish I thought of that. Let me think before I answer. So it was easy to, or not easy, let's just say it was easy to put everything down on a piece of paper because because knowing myself, I had to count every single block to make sure there's 12 hours or whatever the case is in there, and then I could divide it any further. But once you divide every single part of your day on this map, it makes it easier to then quickly swap something around and see where you can allocate something else and see that in a day, and I mean, that's probably different for everyone else, but there is time in a day to achieve everything that you want to do, given that you're having a good day, and that's exactly what's going to be happening. Tomorrow could be a bad day and you can't do what you want in the fourth block. So I think just managing everything in a day was really simple, and this little paper here with goals and everything, that was actually quite nice because it sort of brought out the main emotional or EQ aspect that's been staying on everybody else's mind through the pandemic, which is more quality time at home and more quality time with the family. So I think that was a very, very good exercise.
Yeah. Amazing. Thanks for sharing that.
Thank you.
Marilee, I think you ended up in a room by yourself. You unmute, Marilee?
I was also with Michelle, but I think it's the one that's not working because he or she could not react.
All right. All right.
Yeah. So yeah, it's always fun to do these things. So this is mine. It was nice to draw again.
Oh, well done, Marilee. Amazing.
With some goals and stuff. But what I realized, and we've done this like 1,000 times already, but what I realized with this being forced to do only 12 moments is actually, and to work in a bit of a constraint was actually quite interesting, because you couldn't go too hard and you had to really almost focus on the stuff that matters.
Yeah.
But I enjoyed that.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. I've done a few of these, and I think just the tactile way of thinking about this, and then only having one of these. This is a really cool template, Vishal. Even for a phone call or an email that I'm going to write, if I use this template, I can actually make it really memorable. So it's a pretty.
I agree.
Oh,
yeah, no, I'm going to definitely use this, but I have to ask a question if I can.
Sure, please go for it.
We haven't spoken in over here. Where are you where it's 12:30?
Half past 12.
Your clock at the back.
Her clock is stopped.
Okay.
Probably stopped last night, 12:30. I didn't notice that. Thank you, Vishal, for telling me.
I know, I just thought you've moved away somewhere.
I was almost stuck in the States. I almost didn't get back from the States. I arrived and lockdown was 4 days later.
Really?
I'm going to just quickly close that breakout room. So it's going to be like hectic when people come back now. So just put on your safety belt and fold away your tray table.
Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, I'm one of the fastest ones.
Hi, everyone. Welcome back. Welcome back. We're just waiting for the rest of the people to come back. Excellent. I'm seeing Vidiana. Hi, Vidiana. Anupa, nice to see you back. Stecha. Oh, look, Stecha. Amazing. Welcome back, everyone. Let's just see. We've almost got everyone back here. There's Inga Marie, who's so quick on the button there. Excellent. So I've got this massive screen in front of me, and there's 49 of you on a screen here. So it's amazing to have you all back. I hope you enjoyed the discussion. And yes, I know the time is never long enough. Sorry for the people who got stuck in the room by themselves. Zoom sometimes does that, sometimes when people get moved. And I did shift you around. So if you landed in a room late, I apologize for that experience. That's part of this amazing world that we're dealing with now, being online. All right, so I hope you've enjoyed your journey origami. I hope you met some interesting people and that you've met different people. Is there anyone that landed in the room with the same person twice? Because there's something lucky about that. Let's just see. Just give me a yellow thumbs up if you landed in the same room with someone twice. Okay, I'm not seeing a yellow thumbs up yet. Okay, so, oh, Mercy. Mercy, just unmute yourself. Tell us quickly. Did you land in the same room with the same person twice?
Yes.
Amazing.
Yes, I did. I was with Marilyn.
Oh, you are very lucky, hey? I'm very lucky to have Marilyn in my team. So I'm glad you got a piece of that luck today.
Thank you. It was so exciting. Thank you very much, Marilyn.
Oh, wonderful. Gratitude does amazing stuff for our brains. All right, so we are almost now starting to land this session. And what I want to do next is give my team an opportunity to give away some prizes. And we are going to play a game. All right, so let's just quickly talk about the rules of this game, because there's a few of you that were in the workshop yesterday afternoon. All right, and there's some of you that won things yesterday. So I think we need to give some other people the lucky. Is there anyone that won something yesterday? Let's quickly see. Rachel, oh, Rachel, I think Rachel's the only one. Oh, I saw more people that were in the session yesterday. All right, so Rachel, if we could give someone else a chance to win something, would that be all right? No, Rachel's saying that's perfectly all right. Okay, fantastic. So we give everyone an equal opportunity. All right, so now we are going to play the game that we played yesterday. And yesterday, if you didn't get picked, make sure that you get picked. Now, for the people who don't have their cameras on, I'm sorry for you. I'm just going to say tough shit. So I know some of you are struggling with bandwidth, and I know some of you are still in your pajamas. Okay, and oh, there we go. Look how many cameras go on. Oh, I'm sorry. This is terrible emotional blackmail. Terrible emotional blackmail. So we leave that as it might be. So you're going to play this game. You have to have your camera on, otherwise we cannot award you something. So we're going to play the 5-second animal. All right, this is a drawing game. You need to be able to write on a book that you can hold up. All right, so we're going to give you an animal to draw. I'm going to count down from 5, and then each of my team will pick a winner, and that winner will get my new Amazon book. And with Amazon book, if you go to the Kindle first page, you will get a code that'll give you access to the companion videos where I show you how to do this stuff. So this book, I wanted to write a book to empower people and make them confident to be able to map journeys. This is going to put consultants out of work. So I'm sorry, consultants on this call. If your client has this book, they might not need you, but I would say to you, do this stuff and hold their hand so that they might still need you. So this is practical. I want everybody in the world. There's a ton of shit people. There's terrible experiences. I want everyone in the world to be able to design great experiences so that we can be kinder and we can have nicer experiences and we can enjoy life more. All right, so I'm going to give over to Marilee first, and Marilee is going to, Marilee, make it challenging for them. We've got a whole global audience here. Give them some kind of an African animal to draw.
Okay, I'm
right.
gonna.
So wait. Johan, eat stuff. Eat stuff. Eat stuff. All right. So I'm just something's like ticking on this side. All right. So Marilee, you ready?
I don't know if it's going to be fair. If
okay.
I say one.
Have your hand close to you. Have your pen close to your paper. Marilee's going to say an animal, and I'm going to count down to 5. And when I say, I'm going to count down from 5. So 5, 4, 3. When I say 0, you put your pen down and you hold your paper up to the screen. And Marilee's going to pick a winner of someone who has drawn the most creative version of that animal in 5 seconds. All right. And I'm going to give Marilee an opportunity to scroll because we've got so many people on the screen and we have so many cameras on now that Marilee, you're going to have to scroll to the second screen. Please, let's give everyone a chance for their effort.
Okay.
All right. Everybody ready?
This is a very difficult one, but it's our favorite animal. So I have to ask you to please draw a meerkat.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Pens down and hold up your meerkat.
Yes,
okay.
That's
hold up nicely so that Marilee can see.
Okay, let me see. It's lovely. Let me see.
Marilee, scroll to your second screen. If you're not holding up your meerkat yet.
Okay. You know what? They're all lovely. It's between 2. Oh, man.
Marilee, pick 2. If you have 2, you pick 2.
Okay. It must be Karen and Liz.
Karen and Liz.
That's very good. Well done.
All right. Fantastic. Well done. All right. Marilee, will you count? Because Johan's microphone is just giving us feedback. Will you count this one? And I'm going to ask Johan to pick an animal, and I'm going to just put myself on mute. Otherwise, we have that feedback. All right, Johan, so you're ready?
Okay.
Are we still allowed to participate?
Yes. Yeah, you can go for it. I was thinking of something else, but I've got something on my lap. So I'm going to show you that, and then you have to draw that.
Sushi. 5.
Sushi. Okay, a dog.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Oh, wow. No, I know. I'm seeing everybody. Yeah, this is quite challenging. So I have to throw Liz out. A very, very good dog, but you've just won. I'm going to go with.
Sorry, I'm just running to grab a battery cable. Otherwise, I'm going to lose you all. Okay.
Okay, okay. I'm going to go with Sue. She's got a very friendly dog waving there, and yeah, yeah. I wanted to choose two as well, but I'm only allowed one. Choose two. Okay, another one. Man. Okay, I'm going to go with Angela for creativity.
All right, John, mute me. There we go. All right, excellent. And Marelei, if you can choose our last animal, and I'll do the counting again.
Okay, so for this animal, I want you to draw a crocodile.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. And hold up your animals. Hold up your crocodile. In a wild crocodile.
Oh. Okay. Just give me a few more seconds to scroll.
Hold up your crocodiles. Hold up your crocodiles. Oh, I'm seeing some really creative stuff here. Madeleine, speak to. They're so good. You're going to have to.
Okay. I know. Okay, so I have to go with Camilo. I mean, wow, that looks like a whale crocodile. That looks amazing. I love that one. And then I will Miranda. I really like your crocodile as well. So Camila and Miranda, well done.
All right. Amazing, folks. And if you didn't win today, you just keep on watching for our workshops and you'll get a chance to win in future. Excellent. So we are bringing the workshop to a close. I want to be respectful about your time. And what I'd like you to do now, and Marilei, if you can just put the Menti and the code again in the chat. I'm going to just share my Menti screen with you, and we want to get a bit of feedback from you around, what you enjoyed today in this workshop. So what did you enjoy most in this workshop?
Ms. Frilla, everybody's waiting to hear. You were going to ask somebody something. So
yes, I was going to ask Caroline Marianki if she was still on the call. I was going to ask her to just give us a one-liner of how the experience was being in the 5-day program with us. I saw Caroline earlier and then she disappeared. Caroline, would you say just a one-liner for people? It's not for the faint-hearted, so but maybe you can just quickly, and Marilei, if you can just post the link in the chat for people just to have a look at the program. Caroline, go for it.
Thank you very much for this opportunity. It was a wonderful course. If anyone is interested, it's like a thriller. It gets your blood rushing. It gets your mind racing. You get to learn a lot. It's very eye-opening. It engages you in so many ways. You get to learn a lot. You get to also interact with new people. Interact a lot with the new tools, collaboration tools, and so many tools. I have a bookmark of all the books that I ended up getting to find out, and I'm purchasing them one by one. I'm yet to win any, hint, but I hope to win some. I also have a bookmark with all the tools that I need to do anything, and I've practiced that with some of my colleagues. Some of them are here, Chantel, so I am living up to my promise. So I'm dragging them along and coming and calling up on more people to come and listen to this. So I really hope that other people might be interested in taking the course. It's brilliant. It's well thought through, well done, professionally put together. I can't say any more about it. And the team is just fabulous and wonderful. Thank you.
Oh, Caroline, thank you so much. You're an advocate. You were a brilliant student, and I want to congratulate the people that are on this call. They've just written their exams. They've just gotten their certificates. They worked really hard for that certification. So well done to everyone. And I see a few people who are going to go through the course in November. So Tess, you're in for an interesting ride. All righty, everyone. So I'm happy to stay on, answer some questions. Thank you very much for a wonderful session today. It's just been awesome having you here. I absolutely love for engaging with people, and this COVID has been really hard for me, but I'm sitting here quite emotional. I'm really glad you came, and I've had a wonderful time. I know it was fast, but thank you for joining us, and we hope to see you soon again. All right, very good, very good. Yay.